I would like to see this next year enter for the first time since 2016, for us to enter into the winter season with adequate shelter for the people in need. The challenges that the people I know have faced are so deep and so heartrending. I want to see them in a safe space. I want to see them able to access the mental health care that they so much deserve and want. I want to see them able to build a supportive community in order to make those steps forward. I just know that we can all do better, and I think this is the moment to do it. What I wish people knew is that the one thing we're missing when we're homeless is community. And the one thing that everybody could do to help someone out of homelessness is to reach out to create that community connection. And it's really that simple.
How are you doing? Hi, Allie. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Did I see you down there?
What I say is, hey, have you ever heard of compassion addiction treatment? And some people are like, treatment, And I'm like, but listen, it's not like other treatment centers. You don't have to be in recovery to be here. You don't have to be seeing an SUD counselor and be an IOP to be here. If anything, just come hang out with me. Come hang out with me and have a donut and have some breakfast. We could paint. We go on bike rides sometimes, It's just a place for a little bit of normalcy. And then pretty soon they're clean. We have people here that have been homeless for 10, 15 years, and they're clean. And they still pack up their tent every day when they leave here, and they go camp out, and they come right back here, and the next thing is housing for them, right? But that's blows my mind. They still are in recovery out there on those streets.
And we don't just help get our people housing and jobs and income. We help them maintain that housing, maintain that income. A lot of times when people are experiencing homelessness and they've been chronically homeless for years and years and years, they don't know how to maintain their housing, right? They don't know how to communicate with their landlord. They don't know how to, just normal everyday life skills, So that's where we come in to help support them.
The magic happens daily. When they first came in and they were no hope, no love, no support, no anything, and then to see them looking at me going, wow, look how far I've come. It makes this job unbelievable, unbelievably gratifying. Everything feels so good right now. I can't imagine doing anything else.
Here at CAT, we're like a family. We all have our own individual strengths, but together we make CAT work.
Some people look out here and they just see a mess or, dirty, but it's just pain. It's out all in this block. It's just a bunch of pain. Nobody's in love with being out on this block. We really just fight it with our hearts, and our willingness to be there to help them just put one foot in front of the other, because that's really the point of everywhere in life. You just got to keep going.
It's important that the community sees that recovery is real, because I'm recovery and I'm real. 3 years ago, I was an IV user. I was homeless, living out of the back of my truck. And today I have almost 3 years clean. So I'm proof that recovery is real.
And most of the time, there's so much more to that story. A human being that has been through so many incredible things, good, bad, and otherwise, that deserves to be acknowledged as a human being. And adding shame on top of that pain does not help anything, and it makes it that much harder to actually reach out and get support and help. I was terrified to get into inpatient or anything to do with recovery. I felt like, oh no, the whole world's gonna see that. Like, I can't go into inpatient, that's such a shameful thing. But it turns out that was the best thing I've ever done in my life. And I wish they had taught all of the tools that I now know in recovery at kindergarten. It's just not talked about and it's not known, and we need to break the stigmas, change the conversation, and lift each other up and be there to support each other, whether it's a smile or a hand up in one way or another.
I don't ever wish anybody to know what it's like to be addicted to something. Some people know what it's like. Some people have loved somebody who knows what it's like. Leaving addiction, there's way more components than just not using.
We've got several people that are now employed. We've got people that have graduated. We got people that are housed. Like, it's hard to describe. It's just such an amazing experience getting to watch that every day.
Hope is what gives that inspiration to make it through today, clean and sober. Worry about today, right?
That's exactly what people experiencing homelessness need. They need those conversations and to be able to walk away going, I can do this. I've got a goal, I've got a trajectory, I've got dreams, and I'm capable of attaining them. But that really comes from that community connection, from that conversation with another individual that sparks that feeling. And I think that's the one thing we can all do.
I can't believe that I was there. And I can't believe that when I was there, I never thought I would be here. I didn't think this was ever gonna happen, you know? I am a powerful woman in recovery. You can do it too. Yeah.